People ask that question. What's the meaning of life? And the meaning of life, Light Warriors, is to live a life of meaning. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart, and you're going to be just fine, kid. Humanity is coming into its own. The meaning of life is to live a life of meaning, of purpose. And we could become legends. We could become legendary when we realize that heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart. You'll find yourself on this journey. You know, years ago, we started the legacy of Friday Night Live. And, you know, we're practicing what we preach. A lot of people are looking for family. A lot of people are looking for community. And, you know, when most of the population, they might be going out to happy hour. They might be, you know, taking in some alcohol. They might, you know, be prepping themselves to waste their weekend away, their little glimpse of freedom. And instead of doing that, we're building community. We're practicing what we're preaching. We're putting our health as a top priority. And as we move forward, this is legacy year. And if you're here for your legacy year, write legacy in the chat right now. Hit the like button if you're live. Hit the like button if you're watching on the replay. We're here for a legacy. It's the only thing that you could take with you. You can't take the money with you. There's a lot of things you can't take with you, but the only thing that you leave behind is the legacy that you leave behind. And each and every one of us are coming into our zone this year. What can you accomplish? And that's what we all want to stay focused on. What can we accomplish? We could accomplish things that nobody else can do. That's where you're building your legacy. You know, we look at the world and there's so many programs. And what we're actually breaking through right now, some people, they live in duality. And that's the main thing that we all have to remove from our everyday life, is actually living in duality, but it goes beyond that. There are so many programs that are out there, a plethora of them. And what we need to do is sort it all out and actually find the truth. And that's what we're here to do. It ain't easy. It's actually very hard. It's hard to be authentic. It's hard to make change. It's hard to build a legacy, because, Light Warriors, if it was easy, then everyone would do it, right? If it was easy, then everyone would do it. And I stepped forth to do the hard thing. I stepped forth to show the world that if you practice what you preach, if you work every single day on yourself, becoming better. You know, I set a standard years ago, learning something new. Just learn one new thing every single day, and you'll change exponentially. And that's where we want to stay focused on. Your legacy that you leave, the legacy that you're leaving is left within the Akashic records. Besides that, there's nothing else that you're going to be able to take with you. You're going to have to really strengthen the connection with yourself and this connection that you have with God. I told you this a long time ago. You enter this world alone and you leave this world alone. So the only relationship that matters is the relationship that you have with yourself. And you might be looking out in the world right now, and there's a lot of people that don't love themselves. Hit the like button if you love yourself. Hit the like button if you're here to become the best version of yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. All three phases. And we're going to carry ourselves through this massive shift for humanity in all three phases. Not just one, not just sometimes, every day, at all times, because it is who you are. People could fake it. People can play pretend. There's the great pretenders out there. But in this world, there are theorists and there's practitioners. It's time to practice what you preach. And it's time to embrace drive. You might start to experience drive Are you experiencing drive right now? You're getting really, you're motivated. It's actually beyond drive. You're in overdrive. Write overdrive in the comments if you're actually experiencing overdrive right now. You're pumped. You're ready to go. You're empowered. You're like a lightning bolt. And we're here to show the world that you can make changes, that you can work on yourself, that you can improve yourself, that you're becoming the change you want to see in the world, that we don't age, we evolve. We get better every single day. We let go of the programs of limitation. We let go of the programs of lack. Some people want to pull you down into the pit with them. So you're going to have to stay focused. Tonight, maybe a lot of people, your coworkers, they might have went out. They might have went out for alcohol tonight. You might know some people, they're going out for alcohol tonight. But you're here staying focused. You're not here for distractions. Sometimes we find ourselves when we're by ourselves and we build a legacy over time, questioning and challenging all the narratives. Sometimes we think there's just this and that, a two-choice duality, and that's actually not the case. When you go out there, there's a lot of narratives that are out there across the board, and it's very confusing. How do you know what's actually real? Right? So you're going to have to question and challenge all the narratives, and that's what we're here to do. And how do we do that? We do it through trial and error, being the lighthouse, showing through firsthand experience. People ask, what should I eat? What should I do? How should I meditate? Everyone's got something to say. What's the diet? Everyone's got something to say. But what's the truth? And the truth can't be told. It's got to be realized. And it's got to be realized through firsthand experience. That's what you have to do. You're going to have to practice things on a daily basis. Beliefs and labels are being dismantled. There's a lot of beliefs out there, limiting beliefs, labels on my people. There ain't no labels. I see it all the time. We got to get rid of the labels. Focus on the energy. Focus on the content of character. I see it all the time. Some people try to pretend I'm so great, I'm so wonderful. Meanwhile, they talk shift about people behind their back. We see it across the board. It comes in many forms. How do we get the best version of ourselves? How do we get there? We get there by taking ownership of our lives. It's Friday night. Oh yeah. Hit the like button if you're here for Friday Night Live. It's good to see you all. And we're becoming the best version of ourselves on Friday Night Live. Yeah. Listen, we all want to go out. We want to do certain things over the course of our journey. But just like how a fighter, trains before a big fight, if you're getting ready for a competition, you're getting ready for a championship in a sport, you're going to have to focus. And that's what each and every one of you, you're the chosen ones. You're the 144. You're the rainbow warriors of the Hopi prophecy. And you came here for greatness. But guess what? You're held to a different standard. I'm held to a different standard. I can't go out. I can't go partying. I can't deal with narcissists. I can't do these things. I got to do me, and I got to get the work done. I'm here to get the work done. That's what I'm actually here to do. You're here to get the work done. You're here to be the lighthouse. That's what we're here to do. And you're going to do it now. This is the legacy year that you've been waiting for. You could all write it in the comments. That legacy year has begun. You leave a legacy. That's what you're here to do. You leave a legacy of greatness. That's what you're here to do. If a person is stuck in duality, they're going to struggle at this time. You can't be stuck in duality. You can't be stuck in thinking about, this is what I was told. This is the popular thing. This is this group and this cult and this clique and this, that. We're a bunch of people just hanging out, living their everyday life. And you'll see this. You'll see this on your journey through the vibrational frequencies. What time is it? Does anyone know what time it is? Does anyone know what time it is? Does anyone know what time it is? It's time to take charge. That's what I'm here to do. That's what you're here to do. It's time to take charge. You could write it in the comments. It's time to take charge. We could take charge. We could take ownership of our life. We could take ownership of the world by being the change that we want to see in the world. You might see certain things out there and you're like, you know what? This seems wrong. It seems wrong in your gut. It seems wrong in your heart, and you can't just let it go. And it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to do something about it. If you could do something that nobody else can do, would you do it or would you be fearful? And the answer is do it, kid. It's time to take charge. And you could say, wow, you know what? The odds, it seems impossible. The odds seem so impossible. But guess what? It's just an illusion. You're much more powerful than that. You actually have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. Everything's right before you. It's just an illusion. It seems impossible. The odds are against you. But you are able to do it. When you sit in quiet, you will realize the big monster out there, you know about the big monster out there? Comes in many forms. It's just an illusion. It's not even real. You have the ability to make these shifts this year. This is the year of legacy. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Write it in the comments. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. That's where you need to stay focused on. That you are a legend and you're leaving a legacy with your work because you're doing things that most others can't do. For me on my journey, I'm here to share things through firsthand experience that I went through, to think about all the different aspects that I've, experimented with. Life is trial and error. Things that I had to actually break through my own subconscious programs. I share about my wellness, my fitness journey, and a person that likes to eat and lift weights and bodybuild, to a person like that, to hear fasting, it's very foreign. But I had to break through, and sometimes no one told me I needed to take up fasting. I listened to my body. Your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. Now, there's a lot of people out there, right? So they want to push their way or shove something down your throat. This is the only way to do it. Oh, yeah. On my journey, and we'll be diving deep into our fasting journey, and maybe you want to apply it. There was no schedule. There was absolutely nothing. Some people hear this. You didn't have a plan? No, I didn't have a plan. I just listened to myself. I said, it naturally started happening in the morning, and I just started fasting. I went on my fasting journey. And some days I ate within a window, and some days I did 24 hours without eating. So how did I do it? I listened to my body. I listened to myself. So sometimes in life, people are can you tell me the answer? Only you know the answer. You have to sit in quiet. You have to listen to your body. So that's what I did when I went through my fasting journey. And, you have to leave the ego at the door. And, I'm still trying to, now that I'm still intermittent fasting, but eating more, taking the calories back in, you have to leave the ego at the door. And sometimes we have to strip everything away. Sometimes we have to obliterate everything and have a clean slate to start again. So we can't build a beautiful palace with a weak, crumbling foundation. So on our journey, sometimes we're going to have to start with a clean slate. so we could build a beautiful foundation and build upon that foundation. And, you know, that's how I really approached it. I just listened to myself and what I needed to do. And a lot of people are not in tune with themselves. You know your point of homeostasis. You don't need someone else to tell you. And that's why you really, you want to be in tune with this vessel is what you're utilizing for this journey. And some people, they just brush it aside. But that's actually, it's very important. You have to realize that if you're feeling good, body, mind, and spirit, and when your mind is off, your body could take a hit. When your body is off, your mind could take a hit. It goes both ways. So you want to stay strong in all three phases. Hit the like button if you're here to be strong in all three phases. It's like the Triforce in The Legend of Zelda. Anyone used to play The Legend of Zelda? Remember Ocarina of Time? Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I wish I had a little ocarina and I could go back and forth through time. You might have played Ocarina of Time. You know, some of these things in the stories that the video games, the comic books, the movies, they're actually showing us the truth. And, you know, they're showing you, like, you hit a certain frequency and you're opening up portals. You ever hear of stuff like that? Maybe we're traveling through portals right now. Got to get the ocarina going. You could overcome many different things, and you have to be true to yourself. And I see this on my journey. I spoke to so many people today in the gym. It just, sometimes God just sets things up, and it really motivated me for tonight. And I was speaking to a lot of people, and I said, you know what, a lot of individuals, they're concerned with what they're eating, but they don't realize that stress is even more important than the food. Like, you could actually have a poor diet, and you might be better off than if you're totally stressed out 24/7. Does that resonate with you? You could let us know in the comments. The cortisol, maybe you went through something like this. And you could actually eat clean, you could eat healthy, and your body could be totally off because of the stress. And then you could maybe eat not so healthy and you feel better because you have zero stress. If that's true, you could hit the stars. We have to really stay focused and using discernment for people in our everyday lives. Because if we have the wrong people, if we have the wrong situation, we're setting us up for failure. Regret is even worse than failure. You know, you could realize that you have so many things that you can accomplish, and we're able to accomplish these things if we believe in ourselves and we don't leave stuff on the table. You don't want to just, if you go for something and you really want to accomplish your dreams, you don't want to leave anything in the tank. Oh, I could have gave a little bit more. Oh, I could have done a little bit more. But if you stay focused that you gave it your all and you have no regrets, then you could sleep at night. But when you sit there and you have regrets, you say, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. You felt something. And that's, that's how I listen to God. You really, you want to really listen, otherwise you will regret it. God is going to give you what you need if you sit quietly. And are you obedient to God, or are you like, nah, I'm just going to do something else. I'm just going to ignore you and do something else. Rebellion, all that other stuff. But if you're actually, if you are listening to God, and you know the answers, you could just feel it, and you see the synchronicities and what needs to be said and what needs to be done. And that's how I go about my journey. And I see this. How do you get the answers? You get the answers through firsthand experience, because God is going to work through people. And as I was discussing that today with a bunch of friends, You really want to stay focused on your overall wellness. And if you're able to focus on your overall wellness, you could accomplish things that you thought were impossible. People might doubt you. You're going to have a lot of doubters. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to stop you. Everything that I've ever accomplished in my life, everything I stepped forth, I always came across people that said, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, don't do that, don't do that, come on, don't. They tell you don't do that because they don't want to do it. Because when you do it, you make them feel weak, and you're here to be strong, and you're not here to be deterred by someone else. And I'm here to stand up for all of my light warriors. If you have a dream, if you have hopes, if believe in yourself, start doing the things today, and don't go for the judgment. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the pits of self-doubt, because people will try to get in your head. They want to live rent-free. People want to live rent-free in your head. They want to live rent-free in your head, kid. But you have to embrace that you can accomplish these things, because the odds might make it seem impossible. And especially on my journey, we live in a world that is so divided and an ego-based society. Not everyone, but you know what's going on out there. Hit the like button if you're understanding Uncle Mike. And what I set to do is, I've always seen it over the years. I'm like, this is the same as this, and this is how we make a connection. And you're here to connect the dots, and you're here to see the correlation between things. And that's what I'm here to do. Instead of making things so foreign and so far apart and so separate, let's start making connections and bringing it together. Because when you start seeing at a deeper level, you start activating so much that's within you, and you become stronger and better than you were before. You want to succeed in life. You want to succeed in building communities. Loyalty and commitment. Write it in the comments. Loyalty and commitment. And you have to be loyal to yourself, and you have to be committed to what you're actually doing. Like some people, they don't see, I did it for a day. Love you too. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the beautiful comments. I did it for a day. I did it for, I guess it didn't work. That's it. Done. Done. But that's why we have to show evidence. And if you keep showing up, if you are committed to what you want to accomplish. I was committed to this. I was committed to all the things that I thought. I saw this vision, doing, we have to come outside of our boxes. And, a few years back when I started doing the Friday night streams, and I know like a lot of people, because I remember how it was. Used to go out Friday, used to have a good time. Where is everyone? Is anyone out there? Where is everyone? So how do we make the most of our lives? Okay? How do we make the most of our life? You can't sit around, waste time, and sulk. So on my journey, I say, how am I building? Okay? So you could see the old world is collapsing. It's falling apart. You ain't going out. You ain't doing this. So we're going to sit around and stare at the wall and play video games. You can play video games for a break. I like to take breaks and stuff. You're going to sit there and watch reality TV. You're watching reality TV right here with Uncle Mike. This reality TV with Uncle Mike. Yeah, hit the like button. You wanted a reality. I told you a long time ago. You wanted a reality TV show. You got it, kid. It lasts the test of time. Everyone likes reality TV. There you go. Got your reality TV show, Our Everyday Lives, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Tune in. Every Friday night, tune in. Smash the like. Smash the subscribe. Boom! Let's go, kid. What you need to do, you need to, ready? You need to give yourself permission to go on your journey. Give yourself permission. I'm here to tell you that. Love you all in the comments. Beautiful comments. You have to start giving yourself permission to go on your journey, because then you start feeling guilty. There's things to hold you back. There's the balls, there's the chains, there's the rings, there's all these things to hold you down, to prevent you. You're here to grow, you're here to expand, and you're not here to be weighed down and prevented when you know that you can accomplish it, that you could do it. Give yourself permission to go on your journey and do it today. Write it in the comments. I give myself permission to go on the journey and do it. Whatever your journey is, whatever you're called to do. Because sometimes we don't give ourselves permission. Because we're coddling someone else. We're worried about what someone else is going to think. We need to start taking ownership of our everyday lives. Start tonight if you have to start tonight. Powerful message tonight. Smash the like button. There's one thing you have to always remember, okay? There's one thing you always remember, is that you are worthy. Wherever you are, whatever you do, okay? We look at the hammer, we analyze the hammer, we etch it. Remember when he etched it into whoever holds it? Etch it into your mind. You etch this into your mind, that you realize that you are worthy. Because some people are walking this earth and you're the lions, you're the kings, you're the queens, you're the gods, you're the goddesses, you're the emperors and the commanders. Give yourself permission. Know that you're worthy to do it. And when you realize that you're worthy to do it, then it will be done. Period. But you have to start believing in yourself. And you're able to do this once you give yourself permission. Just let it go. Just let it all go. Because this world, what you expected, we all have expectations for our life. And if you hold on to them and you think this is, you set forth and you started doing something and you think that this is the way, you have to let go of the old. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. People come against me. They slide into anyone that's a content creator. Okay? Sometimes my mother's like, this person said this. I'm like, yeah, Ma, that's what they do. They have nothing else better to do. It's part of the world. That's the narcissist. The narcissist has to go over to you, try to get attention, hit the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. If you are a content creator, okay, and I'm here to serve people that are just starting off, because I remember how it was to have 1,000 subs. And you know, when these individuals slither in, it makes you feel like, oh, maybe I should stop this. But I'm here to tell you, keep going. I'm here to tell you to keep going. Because if you believe in yourself and you just keep going, it will work. Everyone write it in the comments tonight. Keep going. I want everyone to keep going. And I'm here to lead you. You have to know what you do. You have to know who you are. A lion is a lion and will always be a lion. A hawk is a hawk, and it's always going to be a hawk. And even though a lion and a hawk are pretty cool, the hawk can fly, the lion can't. Everyone needs to know who they are. Know who you are. Builders build, teachers teach, leaders lead. I build, I teach, I lead. I know what I do. I know who I am. That's how we move forward. When you believe in yourself and you know it. I spoke to a few people, and you know, I've witnessed over the course of time, I've witnessed many of my brothers over the years have their lives destroyed by the narcissist, by the covert narcissist. And I told people, you know, and this is how I talked to a few people in the gym, and they're telling me what happened to them. And like, you can't talk about that. You can't do that. They'll yell at you. They're going to do, you can't. And they all said, you can't do it. You got to do it. Someone's got to do these things. Who's going to do it? Does anyone know who's going to do it? Someone has to do these things. And someone has to be the lighthouse. And someone has to shine their light. And you can say, you know what? There's these people over here, and they say, oh, everything's got to be unicorns and rainbows and spiritual. And then there's these people over here, and these people say, well, if you're spiritual, you can't, you know, worry about your body or working out. And these people over here is like, you have to focus on diet and exercise, and you can't be spiritual. And everyone's like, and you might be the only one that says, you know what? I just do it all. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do it all. And that's how Legacy Year begins. We're beginning Legacy Year, and God has initiated Legacy Year, and we're here to believe in ourselves. Legacy Year is now. Hit the like button. It's going to start off Legacy Year. Duality can really trap you. And I'm here to tell you all, there are many things out there, programs, beliefs, belief systems, BS. Belief systems. There's a lot of BS out there. There's a lot of you're right. There's a lot of BS out there. No, there's a lot of belief systems out there. Which one's for you? I don't know. You have to figure it out. And all we can do is be the lighthouse. Because some people, they're trying to help. And some people are trying to lead you astray. And this universe is free will. And we have to start analyzing and breaking these things down and start saying to ourselves, okay, now I see the truth. Why is this so difficult? The truth is the highest state of consciousness. So if you had the truth, your life, the navigational tools of your life's journey, it's going to be so easy if you had the truth. But if you don't have the truth, light is information. If you go into a dark room that you're not familiar with, I know sometimes you go in your room, you know where everything, oh, the chair's over here, the thing, you're walking around. If you go into a brand new dark room and there's no lights, you're gonna make a lot, you're gonna stumble a lot. We all stumble. We came into this reality in the dark. And now the light is being shined very brightly. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone. This was a great week. At the end of every week, I like to thank everyone that supported the channel this week. Thank you to Greg Gavigan, Cliff Virginia Hiker, Chloe Mills, Jesse Tucker, and everyone that became a channel member this week. I'm very grateful for all of your support. It's my honor to do this. We show up every day. We stay focused on becoming better every single day. And it's all about being committed. True commitment. A lot of people don't have true commitment. That's why their dreams fade, their drive fails, their relationship fails, because they're not authentically committed. When you have that commitment, when you have unconditional love for something, you see, I have unconditional love for doing this work. And if it does well or it doesn't do well, I still show up the next day. You don't say, oh, well, I guess I'll just pack it in now. Gee willikers, I'll just pack it in. And that's what a lot of the world does. They say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to pack it in. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Don't pack it in. Some of you know. So, now you feel overdrive right now. Overdrive. That's what we're going into right now. We're going into overdrive. You have to be beyond motivated, and you have to be driven. Driven to be the best version of yourself. Driven for greatness. Driven to have a legacy. Because it's not just handed to you. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. Here you go. Here's your legacy crown. Here's the crown. You have to earn the crown. It's time to earn the crown. Legacy year begins. Mad Dog, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. This month is going to be incredible. Thank you, Uncle Mike, for your guidance, strength, and wisdom. Sending you all the love from Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Arizona there. Is it hot? Thank you for that, Mad Dog. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is. It's a powerful month. It's a powerful year. And we have to embrace it now. Don't run from it. You could run, but you can't hide, kid. Yeah. You could run, but you can't hide. You can't hide from yourself or from God. You live in this head 24 hours a day. You live in your head all day long. You can never escape it. Never. And a lot of times, people that, are on your journey, they think God isn't watching everything, but God is watching everything. God knows what's actually inside of the heart. We're leaving an age, because the energies are so high, people could live in the illusion. That illusion, it seems, oh my God, it's so, here it comes. So I'm into I like to teach via superheroes, right? So if you've ever seen the movie Spider-Man, I believe it was Far From Home, and he's fighting Mysterio, right? But before he actually fights Mysterio, he has this illusion, these big monsters, oh my God. And everyone's so scared. Oh my God, look at these monsters coming out of the earth. Roar, it's coming, right? It's a hologram. So there was nothing there. So everyone was like afraid of this big, here comes the monster. But there was actually nothing there. It was just an illusion. Stop worrying about these things. The big bad wolf, it's nothing. It's not really big and bad. It's nothing at all. It's just like a little gnat. They get a little annoying. Just bat it away. Bat it away. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. Stay focused. We have a lot to accomplish this year. It's legacy year. It's legacy year. So what I want you to do on this video, I want you to comment if you want to learn more about fasting, if you want to learn more about exercise, along with all the other things that we have discussed. I want to talk more about a lot of different things that I've been studying. We're going to dive deep into the microbiome. Yeah. Your gut is so important. Yeah. Sometimes in life, we take a hit. Boom! We get a hit, right? You get a hit. And in that place where we get hit, that's where we make the strong point. Yeah. That weak point, where you took the damage. We all have like that armor. We got that spiritual armor, if you will. Got that spiritual armor. And sometimes on our journey, you take a little damage to the armor. That's the area that you make the strong point. It's coming, kid. You have to be stronger, and you have to be able to withstand anything. Harder, stronger, faster, more powerful than ever before. Hit the like button if you're here to become better, if you're here to become more powerful, if you're here to become stronger than you ever were before. The power is in the mind. I was also talking to a friend about that too. How it's all in the mind. And if your mind is off, doesn't matter what weight. I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to be teaching a lot this year. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. I have a lot to teach. I have a lot to do. But if your mind is off, everything else, there it goes. It's true though. So we really want to have an ironclad mind, body. Your spirit is your spirit. That's always ironclad. But sometimes we lose the connection to our higher self. The signal, Bruce Lipton, the signal has to be strong. Let's strengthen the signal to the higher self. Legacy year has begun. And it's going to be one heck of a ride, kid. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are headed over to Patreon now. If you would like to join us, the link is in the description. We all collaborate together on Zoom together. Really stay focused on how you are dismantling your beliefs, labels on yourself, limiting labels on yourself, limiting labels on other people. Realize that you're here for a legacy. If you're feeling drive like never before, if you're in overdrive, it's time to capitalize it right now. If it was easy, then everyone would do it. Let's hit a special number before we get off. Please hit the like button before we leave. I appreciate all of you. This is a powerful message. If it resonates with you, please share it with others. The more people that share, remember, sharing is caring. That's what they say. Sharing is caring. So quiet the mind, quiet the nervous system. It's time for legacy year. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart. You're going to be just fine, kid. I love you all. We're headed over to Patreon now. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Enjoy your evening.